Hey, I'm Nat, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you very briefly how to invest in the stock market, including what investing is, how you typically make money from the stock market, exactly what to invest in, and then how you go about doing it. So investing can seem really daunting, but with very little knowledge, absolutely anybody can build wealth in the stock market. It's probably the single best way to become rich in the long run. So what is the stock market? The stock market is essentially a giant auction house where companies sell ownership of their businesses to the public. Investors can purchase shares of the business to become part owners. As the company grows and becomes more valuable, so do the shares, and then the investors make a profit. So to put this into context, let's say you want to start a small business, let's say a cake stand. But to start, you need money to buy the cake stand and the ingredients to bake the cakes. So you sell shares to yourself and your friends, let's say to 9 other friends. So you each have 1 share each, there's 10 shares of the business. Each share is worth £10, so the total value of the business is £100. So you use that money to buy some assets, say the cake stand, for £50, and then you use the other £50 to buy ingredients. And then at the end of the week, let's say you use all the ingredients to make cakes, and then you sell those for say £150, so you've made £100 in profit. Now that profit could be shared between all the shareholders, so you get your money back. Or let's say you liquidate the company. So you'd sell all the assets and divide up the remaining cash. So each shareholder would get £20. So this is obviously a really positive scenario, but it works both ways. By buying a business, you also take on the risk. So if the business loses money, you are also going to lose money. So let's move on to how you make money on the stock market. So essentially there are 2 ways, and this is from capital gains or dividends. Capital gains are the profit you make when you sell the shares for more than you bought them. For example, if you bought 1 Tesla share at the beginning of January for $106, and then you were to sell it 6 weeks later, mid-February, for $215, you would have made a profit or capital gains of $109, or a 100% return. Dividends are a portion of a company's profits which they share out to their shareholders. So when a company makes a lot of money, they may choose to share that profit with its owners. And this would occur usually every quarter, so every 3 months. And it's usually with the bigger companies, the more stable companies that aren't growing, because the higher growth companies usually plow that profit back into the company to grow even more. So those companies would usually not give dividends. So let's move on to what you should actually invest in. For most beginners, and to be honest, 99% of people, I'd recommend putting your money in index funds. These funds invest in a diverse range of stocks, so you're basically not putting all your eggs in one basket. They're also low cost and require minimal effort on your part. Now, the most common index funds are those that track the S&P 500, so they track all the top US companies. And on average, these have given around 8 or 9% returns in the long run. Now, if you are interested in individual stocks, you could make higher returns, but it will take a lot more time, a lot more reading and staying on top of the markets. So if you're really not that interested, or you just don't have that much time, I would just recommend putting your money in index funds. So how do you actually go about doing it? To buy stocks or funds, you just need to open a brokerage account. So in the US, you've got Robinhood, E-Trade, or TD Ameritrade. And then in the UK, you've got platforms like Hargreaves Lansdown, AJ Bell, or Free Trade. Choose one that suits you. To be honest, they're all pretty similar, but you can compare them on sites like moneyexpert.co.uk. And then all you need to do is deposit money and then buy the stocks or funds that you want. Now, the best way to do it on these platforms is through a stocks and shares ISA or a Roth IRA in the US. These essentially allow you to make money tax-free. You get a certain capital gains allowance each year, so that when you make money, you don't have to pay tax on that. So that's pretty much in a nutshell how you start investing as a beginner. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you soon for the next one.